In this chapter, we're just going to look at some of the tips for embedding a video within your web pages. Now, the first thing is that if you embed a video, it can increase what's called dwell time. Now, dwell time is simply the amount of time that people spend on your website. So let's say you've got a video at the top of your home page. If it's enticing, if it's got a nice thumbnail, if it's on message and matches what people were looking for, what they were searching for, then in a lot of cases, people will much rather watch a video than sort of read through lots and lots of text. So, as I say, this is a kind of win-win. If you embed the video on your homepage, at the top of your homepage, don't make it too long, just make it sort of really interesting and on topic, then obviously people will spend more time, watching the video. What you don't want is people going to your website, not really doing anything, bouncing straight off again. And that's referred to as sort of, bounce ratios, the number of people who go to your website and then just go straight back to the search engines. You don't want that. So, as I say, using video is good for dwell time. Now, if you embed a series of videos, that can reduce your bounce rate. You might have a rather curious situation where if you just have one video on your, say, homepage, people might watch that, so okay, the dwell rate goes up. But if they then don't click on anything else and just go straight back to the search engine, regardless of how long they stayed on your homepage, you still got a pretty high bounce rate because they go from the search engine to your homepage, don't find anything of interest and just go straight back to the search engine, so the bounce rate is high. So one trick you can use is to have a series of videos. So maybe on your homepage you just have a single video, people watch that, and then underneath you can have some text trying to entice them to watch the next video in a series of videos. And when they do that, they go from your homepage to a different page, at which point the dwell time's gone up and your bounce rate has gone down, which is always a good idea. And as I say, bounce rate is also an SEO factor. Now, the basic rule is one video per page. You don't want lots and lots of videos on a page because A, that'll make it slow loading because it's got to load up the thumbnails and everything else and get some information from YouTube. Also, if you look at what Google actually say, they recommend one video per page because they just find it easier to index. The other thing you should make sure is that you don't just simply have a video on the page with no text, because always remember Google loves text. So the best kind of mixture is to have your video at the top of the page and then a whole load of related text underneath the video. And ideally you want the related text, the text under the video, as I say, to relate to the content of the video. Now, different people have different ideas on this. Personally, I think if you're going to embed a video, I would actually embed it at the top of the page. So straight off, people can see there's the video. They either watch it or they don't. And if they do watch the video, there's, as I say, lots of benefits to that in terms of bounce rate and dwell time. So the other question is, well, if you're going to produce videos, how long should they be? It really depends on how engaging your videos are. I mean, ideally, if you can have long videos and people watch them all the way through, that's absolutely brilliant. Trouble is, people's attention span is not that great. So sometimes you might be better off having a whole series of short videos. Really, you should try and experiment. And what YouTube does, it basically looks at the number of visitors who watch, at the beginning of the video, and then Google will monitor how many people sort of drop off, halfway through the video and how many people actually make it all the way to the end. So if you can get a significant number of people watching, a significant percentage of the video, then this is fantastic for your SEO. It's hard to do because you've got to make the video enticing and interesting, on topic and all the rest of it. But if you can produce, videos that people want to watch and they watch a significant percentage, that really helps with your SEO.